9 attractive men's habits women secretly love. Use them daily. Stoicism, modern stoic. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides. David Weiscott. What truly captivates a woman's attention isn't always about looks or wealth. Research shows that the most lasting impressions are often made through subtle, everyday actions that demonstrate confidence, emotional intelligence, and authenticity. For example, studies from the University of Texas revealed that people who consistently exhibit self-control and mindfulness are naturally more appealing. These traits reflect emotional intelligence, a quality that women find highly attractive. It's not about grand gestures, but rather the small, intentional actions that reveal your true character. This guide will highlight 9 subtle habits that women find irresistibly attractive. These seemingly insignificant actions make her smile, think about you, or lean in closer. They speak volumes about your inner confidence and emotional presence. Most men don't realize just how powerful these habits can be. By focusing on these simple yet impactful habits, you can transform how women perceive you, effortlessly and without even trying. Number 1. Adjusting your watch or bracelet during a pause. Men, listen up. There's a small yet powerful habit that will significantly elevate your presence and style. Adjusting your watch or bracelet during a pause may seem trivial, but it's a gesture that speaks volumes about your character and control. Far too often, men overlook the impact of these minor actions, believing they're just fidgeting out of habit or nervousness. Don't be fooled. This small action has more significance than you might realize. When you adjust your watch or bracelet calmly and intentionally, it's not about the item itself, but about the self-assured energy you project. It's the difference between standing there, restless and unaware, and standing with an unmistakable air of confidence and poise. Women notice this distinction. It's not the frantic, careless movements that make an impression. It's the smooth, deliberate adjustment, a gesture of self-control and grace. This is the power of self-awareness. You're not just going through the motions, but consciously in control of your actions. Seneca, the ancient Stoic philosopher, reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is precisely what this habit reflects, mastering yourself, even in the smallest of moments. When you make that subtle adjustment, your wrists and hands naturally draw attention. These are areas of your body often associated with strength and capability. It's not about showing off or trying too hard. It's about demonstrating a quiet, refined strength. Women are drawn to this level of awareness because it speaks to a man who understands the importance of taking care of himself and his appearance, without obsessing over it. There's a fine line between confidence and vanity, and the way you move with intention shows you're a man who knows how to walk that line. This small action signals class, refinement, and self-assurance. It's not about attention-seeking, it's about exuding an energy that says, "I'm in control, I'm present, and I know exactly what I'm doing." This type of presence is what sticks with people long after the moment is over. You don't need to shout to be noticed. Your quiet confidence speaks louder than any words could. In the context of modern Stoicism, this habit aligns perfectly with the Stoic principle of self-control and presence. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Adjusting your watch or bracelet with grace is a small, yet powerful manifestation of living intentionally, controlling your thoughts and actions, and embracing the present moment. This mindset, cultivated through Stoic philosophy, not only makes men attractive, but also formidable. Women are drawn to men who possess self-control and have mastered their behaviors. They appreciate the man who understands that sometimes less is more. The ability to move with purpose, even in small actions, is what sets apart the confident man from the rest. Next time you find yourself in a moment of stillness, don't stand there aimlessly. Instead, take a moment to adjust your watch or bracelet. Do it with poise and purpose. Show the world that you are present, composed, and fully aware. Women love this because it signals maturity, self-assurance, and a refined sense of style. It's a small but powerful way to demonstrate your understanding of yourself and the world around you. This is a masculine trait that transcends words, leaving a lasting impression far more significant than any grand gestures could. So, men, take this advice seriously. Adopt this subtle habit and begin mastering yourself in the small moments. Your world will start to notice. Let your confidence and composure shine through everything you do, because that's where true power lies. Now, comment below with this affirmation to show your commitment. I am in control, present and poised in every moment. Let's keep growing together as modern Stoics. Number 2, keeping calm and collected in disagreements. When it comes to mastering the art of self-control, nothing screams power more than keeping calm and collected in disagreements. We all know that life will throw challenges our way, and the ability to remain poised during conflicts is not just an admirable trait, but a weapon for success in every aspect of life. It's one of the key tenets of Stoic life, the ability to not be shaken by external forces, especially in times of tension. Women secretly love a man who can stand his ground in the face of adversity, one who doesn't allow his emotions to dictate his actions. This Stoic behavior is magnetic. It commands respect without the need for words. Imagine you're in an argument with someone, and while others are losing their heads, you maintain that calm, rational presence. It's this stillness that gives you an undeniable edge. The wisdom of Stoic principles teaches us that we can't control other people's actions or words, but we can control how we respond to them. This control over our own reactions is the very definition of power. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. In modern life, the ability to stay composed is not just about remaining silent, it's about using your calmness as a strategic advantage. A man who can listen attentively without reacting hastily shows that he is in control, not just of the situation, but of himself. And self-control is perhaps the most attractive quality one can possess. Women want a partner who doesn't crumble under pressure, who doesn't raise his voice or let frustration take over. When you remain calm in a storm, you exude confidence and strength. In a world that thrives on chaos and impulsive behavior, being a Stoic is more than just an act of maturity. It's a demonstration of your inner power, your self-discipline, and your understanding that you control your own fate. This is where the modern Stoic truly shines. He knows that disagreements and conflicts are inevitable, but his response is a deliberate act of restraint. He is not passive, he is active in choosing his reaction. He recognizes that his emotions are temporary, but the way he handles them can leave a lasting impression. The ability to maintain composure during a heated exchange is not something that happens overnight. It's cultivated by practicing Stoic principles daily. It's about observing your thoughts, choosing to reject negativity, and reinforcing the idea that your peace is non-negotiable. This practice of emotional regulation is a critical habit that is attractive to women because it shows emotional maturity, which is a powerful trait. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and nothing reveals the quality of your thoughts more than the way you conduct yourself in moments of conflict. Now, imagine the impact of this habit on your relationships, both personal and professional. When others see you as a man who doesn't overreact, who doesn't get caught up in the drama of arguments, they will gravitate toward you. People seek out those who remain steady in uncertain times. In relationships, women feel safe with a man who doesn't let minor disagreements escalate into something bigger. This sense of safety allows the relationship to thrive, free from unnecessary emotional turbulence. By practicing Stoic principles, you show that you can be the rock in a sea of instability, the one who remains unshaken no matter what life throws your way. The key here is consistency. You don't just do it when it's easy, you do it every single day, with every conversation, with every disagreement. It's a practice that transforms not just your external relationships, but your internal world. So, don't be fooled into thinking that conflict must always be loud or dramatic to be resolved. In fact, it is the quiet strength, the Stoic resolve, that gets the job done. Keep your composure, and watch as the world around you begins to respect you more. Remember, as you embrace the Stoic life, you are choosing not just a way of being, but a way of conquering the world with your inner peace. You must act with decisiveness and clarity, take command of your emotions, and lead with the quiet confidence that comes from being a modern Stoic. Number 3. Fixing your posture mid-conversation. Mastering your posture mid-conversation is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits a man can adopt to profoundly transform how he's perceived by others, especially women. It's extraordinary how many men fail to recognize the silent message their posture sends to the world. Slouching, hunching forward, or fidgeting all signal uncertainty, insecurity, and a lack of interest. These habits, often unnoticed by the person committing them, are immediately sensed by everyone around you. It's vital to understand that your body is a constant non-verbal communicator, speaking louder than any words you utter. As you navigate through conversations, your posture is continuously projecting a message about who you are. In fact, it's a reflection of your inner state, your confidence, and your emotional strength. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. Similarly, your body, through its posture, becomes an expression of your mental and emotional landscape. If you want to change how you are perceived, change your posture. Next time you catch yourself slipping into poor posture during a conversation, make it a point to correct it. Straighten your back, roll your shoulders back just enough to avoid stiffness, and plant your feet firmly on the ground. These small, yet profound shifts in your body language instantly elevate your presence, transforming how you project confidence and strength to the world. This isn't about becoming stiff or overly formal. It's about grounding yourself in the moment, radiating calm and self-assurance without having to utter a word. Women, and people in general, find this incredibly attractive because it signals inner strength, control, and self-respect. A man who takes the time to adjust his posture, even in subtle ways, is silently declaring that he values himself, and in doing so, he commands the respect and admiration of those around him. As a result, women are naturally drawn to this kind of physical and emotional confidence. It creates an invisible force field, one that makes her feel secure and emotionally safe in your presence. Think about it. Posture isn't just about how you look to others. It's about the energy you project and the feelings you evoke in those around you. When you sit or stand up straight, you automatically appear more commanding and more confident, not just in appearance, but in the way you make others feel. When you correct your posture, you are subtly telling the world, I am here and I am in control. Imagine how a woman feels when she sees you standing tall, grounded, and at ease in your body. She feels safe. She feels respected. She feels emotionally secure in your company. It's this feeling that forms the foundation of attraction. Women are hardwired to seek strength and stability, and nothing communicates this more than a man who carries himself with purpose and confidence. This is the kind of man who stands tall, literally and figuratively, no matter the situation. To truly understand the power of posture, think of it as the silent foundation of your personal power. It's not just about physical appearance, but about how it influences your emotional state and how others perceive your emotional energy. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Similarly, true strength lies not in how you appear to others, but in how you appear to yourself and how you feel within yourself. The Stoic life emphasizes this principle, being grounded, centered, and present in the moment. A man who understands and practices the Stoic principles becomes unshakable in his composure, whether he's in a casual conversation or a high-stakes meeting. When you make a conscious effort to correct your posture, you demonstrate that you are in control of your body, your energy, and your emotions. You signal to the world that you are a man who understands the importance of self-respect and emotional regulation. The power of small gestures cannot be underestimated. A simple adjustment in your posture can change the energy of an entire room, leaving a lasting impression on those around you. This is the kind of change that can take your confidence and presence to a whole new level. Every time you straighten your back, roll your shoulders back, and stand firm, you reaffirm your commitment to living a life rooted in strength, discipline, and self-mastery. Incorporating this simple practice into your daily life isn't just a superficial change, it's a reflection of a deeper commitment to the Stoic life, living with purpose, control, and resilience. These principles will not only change how you are seen, but they will also reshape how you feel about yourself. As you begin to embody these small shifts in posture, you'll notice an immediate shift in the way people treat you. You'll walk into a room and feel your presence expand, commanding respect and drawing others in. This is the essence of living a Stoic life, being fully present, aware of how you are perceived, and using your physical presence to create positive energy. You must internalize this. Posture isn't just a superficial aspect of your appearance. It is a direct reflection of your inner state. A man who owns his posture owns his life. Every shift, every movement, every adjustment in the way you carry yourself is an opportunity to project strength and confidence. So, stop slouching, stop fidgeting, and stand tall. Be aware of how your posture communicates your worth to the world. Your posture is a direct reflection of the Stoic principles you live by: strength, discipline, self-respect. Take control of your body and watch how your world changes. The next time you're in a conversation, make that small yet powerful adjustment in your posture. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Every moment is a chance to refine your presence, to shift your energy, and to demonstrate your self-respect. Don't underestimate the power of this simple change. Change your posture, change the way you're perceived, and watch how it transforms your interactions, your relationships, and your life. This is the path of the Stoic, a life lived with strength, groundedness, and the quiet confidence of a man who understands his own power. Comment to remember: I own my posture and my power. Let's make small changes that lead to massive results, one step at a time. Number 4. Listening with your whole body, not just your ears. Listening with your entire being, not just your ears, is one of the most powerful yet often underestimated habits a man can develop, and it's something every woman secretly craves. Far too many men mistakenly think that just staying quiet while a woman speaks is enough. That's a shallow approach that misses the essence of what true listening is about. It's not simply about hearing words. It's about your whole presence, your entire body showing that you are fully engaged. Don't fall into the trap of nodding occasionally, staring off into space, or distractedly glancing at your phone. She notices. She feels that distance, that lack of presence. You must realize this. Your body language speaks volumes even when you say nothing. Your posture, your eye contact, your subtle movements, they all communicate whether or not you're really there. A simple shift can change everything. Instead, stand firm, face her directly, lean in just slightly, showing that her words are not just noise to you. Hold steady eye contact and allow your body to sync with her rhythm. Your facial expressions, the rhythm of your breathing, the pauses between your responses, they all convey that you're not merely waiting for your turn to speak, but truly absorbing, reflecting, and respecting what she's saying. When you listen in this way, you aren't just passively hearing her words, you're actively soaking them in, internalizing them. She'll feel this profound level of engagement. Women long for genuine, focused attention, and it's a rare gift in a world filled with distractions. This level of listening signals something deep and meaningful. It says, I see you. I value you. As Jean-Jacques Rousseau wisely said, the highest form of wisdom is kindness, and truly listening with your entire body is an act of kindness that communicates respect in a way that words cannot. This kind of listening is magnetic. It draws her in, not just physically, but emotionally as well, creating a trust that is not merely intellectual, but deeply rooted in feeling. And as every man knows, trust is the foundation of attraction. When a woman feels seen, truly understood and respected in this way, she leans in closer to you, not only in her physical proximity, but also in her emotional connection. It's like lifting a veil to reveal a deeper, more meaningful bond, one that transcends the usual surface-level interactions. In today's fast-paced, distracted world, this kind of attention is rare and highly valued. So, remember this next time you're in conversation. Don't just listen. Listen with intention. Listen with your whole body. Show her that her words matter to you. She will feel it, and the results will speak for themselves. This is the modern Stoic's way, a man who listens deeply, whose presence is a blessing of Stoicism, offering a steady, grounded connection. That's what makes a man truly attractive. Number 5. Being punctual and respecting time. Time is precious, and understanding its value is the foundation of any man's success. The ability to be punctual is not just a matter of habit, but a reflection of your respect for others and your own life. Women are attracted to men who understand the importance of time, both their own and others. Being late is never excusable. In the modern world, where every minute counts, showing up on time communicates that you have control over your life. It tells people you are reliable, responsible, and ready to engage. This simple yet powerful act is often overlooked, but it is a cornerstone of the Stoic mindset. The Stoicism that guides you to live in accordance with nature teaches you that your time is one of your most valuable resources. The blessing of Stoicism lies in knowing how to use time wisely, without allowing distractions or unnecessary pressures to control your decisions. Be punctual not just for others, but because it's a reflection of your commitment to self-discipline, self-respect, and the principles that govern your life. Time, like everything else, must be managed wisely, otherwise, you risk losing control over the very essence of your existence. Every second wasted is a second you cannot regain. Taking responsibility for your actions and embracing the concept of accountability is another key habit that attracts women and creates lasting respect. Men who own their mistakes, take full responsibility for their actions, and learn from them are admired. Stoicism teaches that life is full of challenges, but you can always choose how you react to them. A Stoic lesson you must embrace is that you can't control external events, but you can control your response. This understanding creates inner peace as you stop blaming others and begin to take full responsibility for your life. Women secretly love men who can admit when they're wrong, because it shows maturity and emotional strength. The blessing of Stoicism here is the ability to rise above petty excuses and focus on personal growth. By taking responsibility for your actions, you demonstrate that you are a man who stands tall, unafraid to face life's ups and downs. This is a trait that exudes confidence and strength, qualities that women admire deeply. Another attractive habit is the ability to stay calm under pressure. The modern world is filled with stress, challenges, and unpredictable circumstances. Men who remain stoic in the face of adversity are not only admired, they are respected. By practicing Stoicism, you learn to detach from your emotions and maintain composure, even when the world around you is falling apart. The blessing of Stoicism lies in the power of emotional control, which allows you to make better decisions, remain rational, and guide others through tough times. Women find this trait incredibly appealing because it shows leadership, decisiveness, and emotional maturity. Being calm under pressure means you don't react impulsively. Instead, you approach situations with a clear mind and a focused heart. You have learned that stress is inevitable, but how you respond to it is entirely up to you. Developing a strong work ethic and the discipline to stay consistent is another trait that women secretly love. The modern Stoic understands that success doesn't come from fleeting moments of inspiration, but from steady, disciplined action. Women are drawn to men who can set goals, plan their steps, and execute their vision with precision. The Stoic lesson here is about persistence, the ability to keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. A man who remains consistent in his efforts, whether it's in his career, health, or relationships, demonstrates a level of maturity and focus that is incredibly attractive. The blessing of Stoicism is the understanding that discipline is a choice, and consistency is the path to mastery. By staying true to your commitments and putting in the work every day, you show women that you are reliable and capable of achieving great things, no matter the difficulty. Another powerful habit is showing genuine interest in others, especially in their thoughts and feelings. Men who can listen without judgment, offer support when needed, and show empathy are often the ones who leave a lasting impression. This habit, rooted in Stoic teachings, emphasizes the importance of understanding and compassion. Stoicism teaches that we are all connected, and by embracing this connection, we become more aware of the needs of others. The blessing of Stoicism is the ability to step outside of your own ego and offer true, unselfish attention to others. Women appreciate men who can connect on a deeper level, who take the time to understand what makes them tick, and who listen intently without rushing to offer solutions. It's not about trying to fix everything, but about being present in the moment and offering a sense of emotional security and support. In conclusion, if you want to attract women, live a life that reflects the principles of Stoicism. Be punctual, take responsibility for your actions, stay calm under pressure, develop a strong work ethic, and show genuine interest in others. These habits are not just attractive, they are the foundation of a life well lived, one that is in alignment with Stoic teachings. By embracing these habits daily, you embody the Stoic lessons that lead to a life of purpose, emotional strength, and lasting respect. Women are drawn to men who embody these qualities because they signal maturity, self-control, and a life of integrity. This is the way of the modern Stoic, a man who stands firm no matter what life throws at him. Comment, remember, I am a man of discipline and integrity. By embracing these Stoic principles, you're not just transforming your life, you're becoming the type of man women respect and admire. Number 6. Rolling up sleeves mid-conversation subtly. Imagine this. You're in the midst of a conversation, completely at ease, no rush, no anxiety. It's a quiet confidence you embody, the kind that doesn't need to scream for attention. Mid-sentence, almost without thinking, you roll up your sleeves, not to startle anyone, not in some dramatic display, but simply as a sign that you're comfortable, in control, and aware of your surroundings. This simple gesture, done with subtlety, speaks volumes. It doesn't shout for attention, it quietly commands respect. A man who can perform this action in such a nonchalant way exudes a calm, masculine power, one that doesn't need to be flaunted, but is instead felt. It's the essence of Stoic strength, of having control over your environment, your actions, and your very self. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Rolling up your sleeves mid-conversation isn't about the action itself. It's about the control you're signaling, control over yourself, your presence, and your space. This gesture isn't for impressing anyone, but rather a reminder that you don't need to force your masculinity because it's already evident in the way you carry yourself. It's not the grand, over-the-top actions that make you attractive. It's the quiet strength, the effortless confidence, the unspoken power that commands respect without uttering a word. Women are drawn to men who can remain grounded, even in the midst of chaos. And in a world where everyone is shouting for attention, being that person who doesn't need to speak loudly to be heard is magnetic. This isn't just a trick. It's the embodiment of Stoic principles, a life where you control your thoughts, actions, and reactions. When you begin to understand that true power lies in this control, you'll see that it's not about grand gestures, but about showing up as a man who is grounded in his presence. It's about owning your space calmly, without effort, and letting your actions speak louder than your words. When you approach every interaction with this quiet confidence, you'll notice that it draws people in. The subtle roll of your sleeves isn't about impressing anyone. It's about making a statement that you know exactly who you are and where you stand. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, roll up your sleeves, not for show, but to remind yourself that you are the one in control. Own the moment, take control of your presence, and watch as respect and admiration follow you effortlessly. This is the Stoic life, the Stoic way, never needing to prove anything because your actions speak louder than your words. So take control, don't wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now. Own it. Are you ready? Number 7. Owning silence instead of filling it. Owning silence instead of filling it, this is a powerful trait that attracts women in a way words cannot. Silence is often seen as uncomfortable or awkward, yet the modern Stoic knows how to use it as a tool for reflection, understanding, and even strength. It's not about ignoring the moment, but about allowing it to unfold naturally. The Blessing of Stoicism teaches that true strength often comes from restraint, not action. Think of a man who enters a room, calm and composed, not feeling the need to fill every moment with idle chatter or distractions. He stands tall, his presence alone commanding respect. This is the essence of the old Stoic. The silence he owns speaks louder than any words could, leaving space for depth, thought, and connection. It's a simple yet profound act of demonstrating self-control and emotional intelligence. Silence isn't emptiness. It's an opportunity to be more, to be present. Women notice this trait because it signals maturity, confidence, and emotional depth, qualities that are often missing in a world of constant noise. You must master the art of silence. It's not about being a passive observer, but about being a conscious participant in each moment. When you remain quiet, you allow others to speak and share, which builds rapport and understanding. In conversations, this means you listen, and you listen well. You don't interrupt, you don't rush in with your own opinions, but you let people express themselves. This creates a powerful bond, one that goes beyond mere words. Women secretly admire this trait because it demonstrates that you are comfortable in your own skin. You are not seeking validation through your words, but through your actions. The modern Stoic does not seek to fill the air with unnecessary noise. Instead, he cultivates quiet confidence that radiates from within. Think about the times in your life when silence spoke louder than any words you could have said. Perhaps it was during a difficult conversation when your calm presence offered comfort, or when, in the midst of chaos, you chose to pause and assess rather than react impulsively. These moments build trust and convey a message that words cannot. You are reliable, composed, and wise. Women are drawn to men who exude this type of strength, who can stand in silence without feeling insecure or desperate for approval. It's the blessing of Stoicism that allows you to remain unfazed, to understand that not everything needs to be answered or resolved immediately. You must understand that true power lies in the ability to remain calm, in the ability to simply be. Silence is an art, and as a modern Stoic, you must refine it, knowing when to speak and when to let silence lead the way. Remember, owning silence doesn't mean being silent all the time. It's about choosing when it's the most effective. It's knowing that in some moments the silence you offer is far more impactful than any words you could say. So take a moment to reflect. What could you gain from embracing silence in your daily life? How could it transform your interactions, deepen your relationships, and strengthen your character? Take action today. Choose silence over unnecessary chatter. Let it become a cornerstone of your personal growth, and let it attract the respect and admiration you deserve. Don't let your words define you. Let your silence speak for you. You'll find that in this stillness, you become the most powerful version of yourself. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How do you use silence in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 8. Lowering your voice slightly during key moments. Lowering your voice during key moments is a strategy that holds far more power than most realize. It's not about talking in a deep voice all the time to sound more authoritative or using a flat, emotionless tone that falls flat. It's about understanding the moments when a slight drop in tone makes all the difference. Too often, men either try to speak in a tone that feels too forced or overly deep, attempting to establish dominance or control. Alternatively, speaking with no emotional variation results in words that fail to have an impact. The trick isn't to sound serious all the time, nor to constantly over-exaggerate your voice. It's about knowing when to shift, lowering your voice slightly at the right moments. Those moments when something important or intimate is being shared creates a magnetic connection that pulls people in, especially women. It conveys a sense of authenticity, signaling that what you're about to say truly matters and that it's meant only for her ears. This subtle shift in tone doesn't demand force, it simply commands attention. When you lower your voice at the right time, you're signaling calm confidence, emotional depth, and an understanding of the present moment, all of which make you irresistibly attractive. The power of Stoicism shines through in such moments, understanding yourself and your surroundings, and knowing when to remain composed. Remember, it's not just what you say, but how you say it. Your words carry a certain weight, and when your voice matches the message you want to convey, it speaks volumes. As Aristotle wisely said, "The energy of the mind is the essence of life." In a world where distractions are endless, being emotionally intelligent enough to recognize the importance of tone during crucial moments makes you stand out. It's about connecting deeply without shouting. You don't need to force intensity or try to sound mysterious. Instead, let the moment breathe and speak to her as though she's the only one in the room. You'll find that these subtle shifts, these quiet moments of intensity, are what create a bond, a powerful, almost invisible connection that builds attraction. This isn't just about speaking less, it's about speaking with purpose. The blessing of Stoicism is to understand that not everything needs to be loud to be impactful. Sometimes the quietest moments are the most powerful. So, the next time you have a conversation, focus on your tone. Don't overdo it or try too hard. Lower your voice just slightly during those key moments and observe how it changes the way she responds. She'll feel it. Confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about knowing when to speak and how to make each word matter. Let your Stoic lessons guide you here, recognizing that power lies in presence, not volume. Number 9. Being patient when waiting for a response. Patience when waiting for a response is not simply a virtue, it's a potent skill that embodies emotional control, maturity, and self-assurance. In today's world, where everything seems to demand our immediate attention, many men overlook the powerful impact of patience. However, women secretly admire a man who can remain calm and composed when waiting for a reply. They are drawn to a man who doesn't panic, overthink, or become anxious when the response doesn't come right away. Instead, they are attracted to his quiet confidence and emotional stability. This patience signals that he doesn't need immediate validation to feel good about himself, and that he is secure enough in his own worth not to seek constant approval. In many ways, patience is a reflection of deep self-assurance, a characteristic that exudes an aura of reliability, confidence, and inner peace. In a world constantly demanding instant responses and instant gratification, these qualities are rare, yet highly valued by women. The Stoic lessons embedded in ancient philosophy offer us profound insights into this concept. The essence of Stoicism is understanding the boundaries between what we can control and what we cannot. While we have the power to control our actions and reactions, we cannot control the actions of others. This is the blessing of Stoicism, the wisdom to accept that not everything happens on our timeline, and that we must embrace uncertainty with grace and composure. A Stoic man, therefore, is one who understands the value of patience in all aspects of life. He knows that his inner peace and emotional stability are more important than the rush of immediate gratification. His self-worth does not depend on whether someone replies to him right away or not. Instead, his value is anchored in his ability to remain steadfast, unshaken by the demands and pressures of modern life. This Stoic mindset allows him to handle any situation with calm and clarity, whether in a relationship, a career, or personal matters. However, patience does not mean sitting idly and waiting passively. It's important to understand that patience involves action, but not the kind of action driven by anxiety or desperation. While you wait, you should continue to focus on your goals, remain productive, and keep living your life. Don't allow the act of waiting to consume you. If you are merely waiting, then you aren't truly living. You are suspended in time. Instead, fill the space with self-improvement and forward motion. A man who is emotionally stable doesn't become distracted or distressed by the uncertainty of waiting. He is grounded in his own purpose, and that gives him a sense of direction and strength. Women are not drawn to men who are in a constant state of anxiety or impatience. They are drawn to men who are at ease with themselves, who don't need immediate responses to feel validated or secure. Your ability to wait calmly shows that you respect others' space and timing, and this fosters a healthy dynamic in relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Patience, in this sense, is not just an action, it's a reflection of emotional intelligence. It shows that you are in touch with your inner self, that you have mastered your impulses, and that you can remain composed regardless of external circumstances. Women notice when a man is emotionally intelligent, when he doesn't let the small things, like waiting for a message, shake him. Patience demonstrates that you are not reliant on the approval of others for your sense of self-worth. You are confident and grounded enough to wait without feeling desperate or unsettled. This doesn't mean you are indifferent or detached. Rather, it signifies that you are fully present in the moment, able to live your life fully while maintaining a deep respect for the processes of time and human interaction. This is the blessing of Stoicism, the understanding that true peace comes from within, not from external circumstances or the actions of others. The Stoic man knows this well, and it is his patience that becomes a powerful testament to his character. Ultimately, waiting patiently isn't just about biding your time. It's about using that time wisely. It's about investing in your growth, your mental strength, and your emotional resilience. This is the essence of living in accordance with Stoic principles. When you wait, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Use the opportunity to deepen your understanding of who you are, to refine your character, and to develop your skills. By doing so, you not only grow as an individual, but you also cultivate the kind of patience that attracts others, particularly women, who value emotional depth and maturity. So, don't rush the process. Patience is not a sign of weakness or indecision. It is a sign of strength and self-mastery. Your calm, composed nature will speak volumes about your character and will set you apart in a world that demands instant results. The blessing of Stoicism lies in knowing that peace comes from within, and that true fulfillment is not tied to the immediate approval of others. Use your patience to evolve, to learn, and to build the kind of life that reflects the depth of your character. When you do this, you'll find that the world and the people in it will respond to you with the respect and admiration you deserve. To sum up, these habits aren't just actions on the surface. They reflect your maturity, confidence, and ability to control yourself. Make them part of your daily life, and you'll realize that not only will women appreciate them, but life itself becomes easier when you live by the principles of Stoicism. We can't control everything around us, but we can control how we react and how we live. When you demonstrate patience, calm, and confidence, you not only become the man women admire, but also the man you want to be. Remember, attraction isn't just about looks, it's about how you face the world.